this is a video, and I also connected to the live to the Facebook. We are in the studio right now. Okay, in this edition, a focus on Horn of Africa that is sponsored by the Somali Media Network. First of all, Mr. Alex Duval, with all your respect, and I really appreciate your time. And you are one of the talented person that we really need here badly, and we bother you a lot, and we appreciate it again, your time, sir. Yeah. Alex Duval is Executive Director of the World Peace Foundation, Research Professor at the Fletch School of Global Affairs, Tufts University, and Professorial Fellow at the London School of Economics. His latest book is A New Pandemic, All the Politics, 200 Years of the War on Disease and Its Alternative. Welcome again to our program. And as you know, Mr. Alex, the Horn of Africa experienced conflicts that set states against state, community against community, resulting in a political turbulence and human tragedy. This situation is connected with the inability of states to pursue a rational policy that calls for social cohesion. Government and decent political movement induce civilians to become accomplices of senseless war. Can you please, you have been working in Sudan, in Ethiopia, in many in Africa for so long, whether it's a drought or famine or conflict management. What is your assessment and what you can see at this time? Mhm. Mhm. Yes. Mhm. Yeah. Mhm. Mhm. Yes. Mhm. Last week, I was reading this in one of the African Affairs journal. This, I mean, Dr. John McCarkus and Young and other also Shield, they wrote an interesting article, and I just try to quote some of those what they are trying to say, and I want you, share light on that. They say the modern state in the Horn of Africa are the product of historical development beyond their control, having shifted from the bipolar pattern of the Cold War to the unipolar pattern dominated by the US. The international geopolitical system now appears to be shifted toward a multipolar pattern in which the US retains military superiority, but is no longer able to maintain a global hegemonic status. Ideal of state sovereignty bequeathed by the treaties of the Westphalia and later by the Treaty of Versailles are now challenging by globalization, a process that entrench a hierarchical order among states, increasingly based on economic criteria. At the same time, the supernatural influence of global cooperation and international trade, the Bretton Woods institution, and the European further undermine state sovereignty. This is what you just were saying. So, do you think this post-colonial, time in Africa, and this, renewed, as you put it in your article, we will go there also. The international, what the US call it, the rule-based international order, which is just bringing all this democracy and then autocracy and all that within that lens. Do you think we are heading in a world that would be more problem, which is we don't know. There is a lot of uncertainty. There is a breaks. I don't want you to go all over the map, but as you eloquently put it, we want to ground our discussion on what is particular in the Horn of Africa. Yes. 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 Mhm. 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 Wow. Wow. Mhm. 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 Yes. Mhm. Mhm. Yes. Mhm. Okay. Mhm. Yes. Yes. Mhm. 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 Yes. Mhm. 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 Yeah. Mhm. 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 Let's come back to your recent article that you wrote. In was very interesting, and let's not discuss. The article. I mean, as I say, you publish on the ramification of Israel Hamas on the Horn of Africa. My first question to you is: how does the war shake up the politics of Horn of Africa to bring already a tottering peace and security architecture? Mhm. 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 Yes. Yes. Mhm. Mhm. Yes. Yesterday, do you listen the hearing that has been held in the Congress, and they were talking about, the the cessation of hostility after the result of that, and other area like Oromia region or Amara region or overall Ethiopian economic, and some of the guy who was the mediators, he was asking a lot of good questions like. We are, financially, Abiy, he's just looking us for financially, but he's not listening to us. And the special envoy, Mike Hammer, was answering. Do you get a chance to listen to that? Okay. Okay. My other question to you is, let's come back to the individually. Let's look at these three wars that's going on right now in Ethiopia. I mean, one of them, we say stop it, but it created almost 40 years. It took them back, especially the Tigray area. And we are seeing right now, even the former president of Tigray, they started to, like criticize each other, even who was saying like Mallas was the one who was, in Mallas and Sabhata was the one who was endorsing the Sha'biya. I mean, there is a lot of finger pointing, and otherwise we will be like we were 40 kilometers from Asmara to, decimated the Sha'biya. All so after, we just have November 22nd. I mean, they sign up in Pretoria and they follow up in Kenya. What do you think? Do you think anything is coming out so far when we look from the lens of the Tigrayan ordinary people? Yes. Mhm. Mhm. Mhm, 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 mhm. Yes. Mhm, mhm, mhm. So, what do you think? I mean, you have been, I mean, you have written many, I mean, books, and TPLF, in and out. What's the, I mean, way out of this crisis right now? Like, the Baitona, other parties, some of them, they want, even they goes to the, I mean, they want to use Article 39, that we get self-determination up to session, others. So, we know that there was the war, affected that area. But is there ideological rigidity from the TPLF that they don't want to open up for the new generation? Or what do you think? Yes. Mhm, mhm. Yes. Mhm. Yes, exactly. Yes, Zaire. Mhm. With all your, I mean, with the short time we have, can you also shed light on the crisis in Amara region and the, and also Oromia? Because in Tanzania, they have had a meeting, and it didn't come out in any positive result come out from there. So, what do you think? Can you talk about that? Those, yeah. Mhm. Yes. Mhm. 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 Yes. Yes. Mhm. 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 Yeah. 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 Mhm. 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 But when you look at these three different areas, the major ones, the Tigray, the Oromos, the Amharas, it seems they are diametrically opposite, ideology or, thinking. And Abiy, we know he's really one man, omnipresent everywhere, which is become the institution become Abiy now, the way you see it. What is the way out of this? How, if they don't sit down, these three groups, and sort it out, especially even the diaspora, the intelligentsia, there is a deadlock there. We don't see anything. Even people like me who come from the south part, we are really frustrated how I mean, different school of thought. And Abiy, just day after day, people are paying a huge price. The economy is getting bad. There is a war after war. What do you think then the way out of this? With your advice, Yes. Okay. Yeah. 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 Exactly. Mhm. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Mhm. Exactly. From the Abu Dhabi, yeah, exactly, exactly. Yes. Mm. Yes. Mm, 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 mm. Yes. Yeah, another thing that he come up always, he going. I mean, he goes from one war to another. And right now, do you think the war with Eritrea might be flare up? And the recent talks about Abiy having a port in the Red Sea is a game changer for what is going on internally, or do you think he's serious about it? And that when he talk about Ras Alula, when yesterday he was exterminating, the Tigrayans, and he was saying that like. I mean, we don't have even talk about the derogatory, So this guy, I mean, is like a size fit. Whenever something fit for his to elongate on the power, he will do it. So do you think like the guy he has yesterday on one bed, Isaias Afwerki, today they become like two enemies? So what's your perspective on that? Mhm. Okay. Mhm. Yes. Okay. I think